Hi, it's Keith Walden, owner of Departure Lounge, and I'm coming to you from Departure Lounge Austin with this week's episode of the Departure Lounge VIP Travel Report. First, we've got a great conversation with the OG of Departure Lounge Travel Advisors, Maureen Paap, with the Art of Hospitality in Chicago. Maureen was our very first travel advisor when we launched Departure Lounge 8.5 years ago. Now we have 140 advisors. But Maureen was the very first and one of our very best, always among our top producers each year. After that interview, we've got a great tour with Gretchen Cantor at the new Cheval Blanc in Paris. We're going to get to see one of their top suites, followed by a tour of a suite at the Bulgari property in London with Lauren LaCour. Then finally, I'm going to give you some inspiration to head to the mountains for the holidays and then into the winter time. Let's start with my talk with Maureen Paap. Maureen, you started in the travel industry at a young age. Tell us about how you got started as a travel advisor.
Sure. Well, after school, after college, I went and saved up my money for about a year and went to backpack Europe and Africa. And when I came home from that trip, I knew I wanted to do something in the travel industry, but I wasn't really sure what. So I started exploring my options, and my dad actually had me talk to one of his travel agent friends who really discouraged me. She said I was too young, that everyone was, old, and that just wouldn't be a good fit for someone right out of college with kind of the experience that I had. But I found a company in Chicago that was hiring. It was a large Australian-owned travel agency, and their culture was very young, fun, competitive. So I got a job working in the leisure travel industry with them as a travel advisor, and quickly discovered that I not only liked travel, but I also really liked selling and sales, and enjoyed competition, incentives, and kind of quickly rose through the ranks, becoming a manager and then moving over to the corporate sales side of the business.
So you bucked the trend of being young and getting involved. And then when you discovered Departure Lounge like 8.5 years ago, you were one of our very first travel advisors, the launch team. We now call you the OG because of that, because you're the original advisor that was around. So, I think you're a perfect example of why Departure Lounge needed to exist, because we were trying to change the way agencies were perceived and to make it a space where advisors of any age, as long as they had good travel experience, could be a part of the industry. And then you've really set the pace. You literally have been our either number one producer or in the top 3 every year that we've been in existence for the past 8 years. So what are some of your memories of being with us all these 8 years as we've tried to evolve and do something new in the agency industry?
Yes, well, there's been a lot of changes and all really exciting. But I remember I met you right after Hans, my husband, and I had returned from an 8-month road trip. And I was looking to get back into the travel industry as a travel advisor, but wasn't sure what exactly that would look like, because I had taken a break and worked in marketing and events for quite a few years. And you just had so many ideas, and I thought the concept was so interesting and was really wondering how it was going to work. But I loved, the first iteration of being able to just have such a relaxed environment that you can meet with, travel suppliers and with clients, enjoy a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, whatever, depending on what time of day it was, and really just get to know people. So with clients, just having a relaxed space to talk to them about what they liked, what they didn't like, where they had been, and just hear their stories. And I just felt like the lounge, whether it was with, fellow colleagues, travel supplier, or your client, just really lent itself to being able to share experiences with each other and get to know people a lot better, and create opportunities for our clients that I don't think you'd necessarily be able to get if you didn't have just a mutual relationship that you were able to kind of explore at the lounge.
I have fond memories of you sitting in that Moroccan arched booth, meeting client after client. You owned the title of the closer early on, because any client that met with you loved you right away and booked with you, and you built an incredible amount of business in a short period of time. So I have lots of memories of you sitting in one of those two booths on the side close to the wine wall and just spending your day meeting with clients. So I'm very thankful of that. I'll always have those memories, as will you.
I
So
think there was a little dent in the seat that I might have made from sitting in that same seat almost every day.
Yeah, I don't think you make much of a dent in the seat, Maureen. That's one thing that's remained true. You have remained, somehow I have blown up over these years and you've remained tiny. So speaking of changes over 8 years, you have gotten your husband into the business. You have your 2 children now that you didn't have when you started with us. Got a gorgeous family. How has that changed your whole mentality on travel as now you're a parent?
Yeah, so I would say it's definitely made me a much better advisor to people traveling with young children. Being able to experience it firsthand by trial and error has definitely, when it comes to making recommendations, I feel like made me a stronger family travel advisor. We started off with Hugh. I think he was, as soon as we could get him a passport and the vaccines that he needed at about 3 months, we went on our first trip to Jamaica and a few beach trips after that. And I realized like a year into his life that I would have completely redone how we started traveling with him. We realized that with small children, it was much easier, at least for us as parents, to be able to take them to cities and carry them around in museums when you could still wear them to your body versus trying to enjoy like relaxing time at the beach or a pool when they're that young. So just little things like that. And then definitely just realizing the importance of hopefully creating a term I know you love, global citizen, and how important it is for my children, and I know for a lot of my clients' children, to really just get a perspective of the whole world and to realize that there's people that are living, very similarly to us all over the world and then very differently. And not every, there's not a right or wrong to anything, but I think for them to just be able to experience different cultures and countries and see just a different way of living will hopefully, create positive outcomes for the world down the road.
Well, it seems like Hugh never meets a stranger. So I think mission accomplished. And it's so cool to see your family getting out there and with you guys being able to show your kids the different parts of the world and different cultures. And I can tell you as a parent of a 25-year-old that it only gets better. And it's so important. So I applaud you for that. And that's been really satisfying to watch over these last 8 years. So where to next? Where do you want to take your kids that you've already been when they're old enough and you think it's the right time? And where are some places that you have not been yet that you want to go to?
Sure. So I just returned from my first trip to Southern Africa. And the whole time I was there, I was just thinking, trying to plot in my head when would be the best time to take the boys there, because I definitely want to get them to that part of the world so that they have a better understanding of the history and all of the things that have gone on in Africa, and to experience the wildlife and see what great things the countries are doing for conservation, whether it's animals or flora and fauna, see like the history of evolution that's occurred, and then the history of people and struggles with apartheid. So just trying to think, I really want to get them there, probably give Pierce a few more years. He's only a year and a half, just so that the safari portion of it's a little bit more impactful and something that he's kind of physically capable of doing. And I'd also like it if they actually remembered their trip there instead of just looking at pictures and reliving through us telling stories. And then upcoming, we're planning on going before ILTM Con next month, going to Switzerland. So I've never been to Switzerland. Hugh loves trains. He's never been skiing. Hans and I haven't been skiing in a while. So we thought that would be a great place to kind of test the waters on that. And then hopefully be able to take in some of the Christmas cheer and some Christmas markets and some other things that'll be happening in Europe.
What are you seeing as far as the year ahead in travel right now?
So clients are just looking to go anywhere that's open to them. We see Europe starting to get really busy again. They've done a great job vaccinating and reopening. And I know a lot of countries like Ireland are starting to kind of remove all restrictions. So just clients are looking to go where they can. They're looking for advisors to help them navigate because things are tricky. There's a lot of protocols in place, whether it's tests, vaccinations. And then people just really need to be flexible that are traveling right now. We're still dealing with a lot of changes and cancellations by the airlines. So just being able to allow your advisor to give you the best advice when you do need to make little changes and pivots, I feel like that's really where our clients can kind of lean on us to help still create the best travel experiences possible, but just knowing that there needs to be a little bit more flexibility than there did 2 years ago.
For sure. And, I think this past year, year and a half has shown us that the road ahead is an adventure. We don't know what is around the corner, but we know we want to travel. And working with advisors like you are the best way to make that happen for the best experiences. So thank you for sharing your story. And I look forward to seeing you soon.
All right. Thank you, Keith.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm here at the Cheval Blanc, Paris, the most anticipated luxury property that just opened. And I'm going to introduce you to Arnaud, and he will show you one of their premier suites.
So my name is Arnaud Martin. I'm the head of sales for all Cheval Blanc property, and I'm delighted to show you one of our top suites here on property, our one-bedroom suite named Suite Sen. So follow me. We'll enter here right away into the living room and dining area. It's actually a one-bedroom suite of 1,000 square feet. So you're at the corner of the building, which is a former department store named La Samaritaine. And here in your dining room, you'll be actually overlooking the river, and we'll have amazing view on the right side here to the Eiffel Tower, because we're towards the Eiffel Tower, knowing that we have the exact same category on the other side, which is facing Notre Dame. Then we bring you to the heart of the suite, which is the bedroom, and you'll see we have something quite exceptional. Just like the large majority of our room in suite on properties, we have this winter garden. So actually, if you can close those doors, sit here, having a little coffee, a little drink. You're sitting here on the left side, you have the view on the Eiffel Tower. You're sitting on the right side, you actually the view on Notre Dame, and you're immediately overlooking the river with Paris at your feet. This is the heart of Paris, 100%. This is where Parisians spend 80% of the time, in between Le Marais and Saint-Germain-des-Prés. This is where Paris was born, actually, historically. The design of the maison and all of the rooms and suite has been made by Peter Marino, which is an American-Italian designer. Everything has been thoughtfully made, which we think so, with the greatest texture, product, materials, and furniture, which many of them actually have been made by the atelier or the workshop or the artist from our brand, because you might know that Cheval Blanc is owned by LVMH. So Louis Vuitton, Dior, Fendi, all of those, and they have been working with us in order to create this fantastic hotel. And now we can just enter the bathroom. What you need to know is that, so this bathroom is obviously pretty large, but each and every single of our bathrooms on property do feature its own steam room. You also have a whole range of amenities, not just bathrooms amenities actually, but you have more than 70 amenities which are offered to our guests during the stay, and including two sets of fragrance, two different fragrances for our dear guests, a fragrance dedicated for the women and a fragrance dedicated for the men. So you'll enjoy. They are obviously developed for the bathrooms amenity, developed by Dior, as you can imagine. And the beauty of this bathroom is obviously that you have that big glass, and for your privacy you have a curtain, as you can imagine, but while you're taking your shower, while you're taking your bath, you actually have the view of Paris right in front of you. So this category specifically, the Sen Suite connects here to the walk-in closet. well, which is pretty large. We have walk-in closet for all of those suite category, just so you know. And my little preference, I'll tell you a little secret that we have here. We have a safe here with the logo from Cheval Blanc, obviously. And when you open the safe, you actually have those three little wheels, you know, for the watches, so they're constantly on time. So that is what our property is all about, and our suite is all about. Let's go there so you see finally the view again. Follow me, and you'll have that amazing view again on Paris. So thank you very much. And one thing that I need to add, being Departure Lounge, you have great amenities staying with us, which is actually two-way limousine transfer from the airport, VIP meet and greet at the gate of the plane, and fast-track immigration for each and every single of our category. So welcome at Cheval Blanc Paris.
Hi, my name is Lauren LaCour. I'm a travel advisor with Departure Lounge, and I'm here in London finishing up a month-long travels to Europe, where I'm very excited to say that Europe is open for business and the hospitality industry is excited to welcome you back. I've saved one of the very best properties for last. I'm at the Bulgari Hotel in a very prime location in Knightsbridge in central London. And I'm in one of their 7 residential suites, the 7 Bulgari, this is Bulgari 7. And as you can see, the Bulgari really exudes a very homey luxury residential feel, which really welcomes you back after a busy day touring around London. I love this terrace here, very unique feature in London. You can see that the terrace runs the full length of the room and plenty of space to whether you're entertaining or just relax with a family or with your loved one after, again, a busy day touring around London. So you can see back there, we do have a dining room and a kitchen, and I'm gonna start to whisk you back over to where you'd be coming back and spending your evenings. And you can see what an amazing space that we have here. So following me in here, you can see a beautiful decorated business bedroom here with a his and her closet that runs along the back of the bedroom, which is perfect to have tons of space when you go shopping in all of those wonderful shops right downstairs here in Knightsbridge. And then finally, we end up in this unbelievable oasis here. Look at this bathroom. It's absolutely stunning with a shower, including a rain steamer, and look at this tub. What a wonderful place to be. Cheers from London.
As we enjoy these fall days heading into winter time, we've got some great offers for Departure Lounge clients. If you haven't made plans to head anywhere for the holiday season, Vermejo, the Ted Turner Reserve in northern New Mexico, has a great offer for our clients. If you want to stay for 5 days or more at Vermejo, you can have a tree hunting expedition that's guided. Pick out your tree, they'll cut it down, set it up in your accommodation, give you a lovely basket of ornaments and decorations to get you in the holiday spirit. If skiing is more of your desire, then you can head to Aspen at the Hotel Jerome. Any of our clients staying 5 nights or more at Hotel Jerome receive a $100 credit per night that you can use on anything there. I love, love, love the bar at Hotel Jerome, so that would be how I would use that credit. And then if you'd like to head to the Park City area, the Lodge at Blue Sky has a foodie offer that's hard to resist. They've got a James Beard award-winning chef, and if you'd like to book your meals in advance and do an all-inclusive option with the Lodge, you can get 15% off as a Departure Lounge client and enjoy some of the best food that you'll find in the Park City, Utah area. So let's head to the mountains and enjoy the holidays coming up in the winter time as well. Thank you for tuning in this week to the Departure Lounge VIP Travel Report.